Hi, welcome to a new edition of Things I've Learned and Kind of Retained. So, I have learned that I have hoarder tendencies. I didn't know it, but I have discovered it. Um, Here's how, and here's how I overcame them. So, when I go to get rid of something, or give it away, or just like I'm not using it, it's been in my closet, whatever, forever. When I go to give it away, I get like a tightness in my chest and I get a feeling of like anxiety, like, oh no, I can't get rid of this because, and then I make up reasons in my head. And most of the time, the reasons are I'm going to need this in a few months, a year, whatever. I'm going to be like, oh my God, where's that thing? I can't believe I got rid of it. The thing that I hadn't used in 4 years, now I need it. So I freak out a little bit, and I go, oh, I really love this and I might fit in it someday. Like, no, to get rid of it. So I overcame it by, I have I don't like clutter, right? So I have hoarder tendencies, but I also don't like clutter. And the surfaces in my house will fill with, they'll accumulate items. And some of them items are mine. Some of them belong to my family members. But I freak out every once in a while, like, and I get anxious from clutter and I go, oh my God. And I start to throw a bunch of stuff away and I start to like grab my stuff and I just freak out because there's clutter. So I got this book. It's something like The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by, I think her name is Maria Kondo. And so this bitch goes in. She's like, oh, you got clutter? You don't like clutter? Motherfucker, take everything you own out and put it on the floor. No, literally, that's what she does. But she does it in categories. So first she's like, clothing. You take all your clothes, you put them on the floor, and you touch them. That's basically the gist of the whole book, is you take everything you have, put it on the floor, and touch it. She says if it doesn't bring you joy, then you discard it, which means like you give it, however you discard it, give it away, sell it, whatnot, throw it away. But she does it in categories. So first I think it's clothes, and then it goes books, and then it goes papers, and then it goes miscellaneous items, and then last is sentimental items, because sentimental items take the longest. Because if you're like going through your stuff and then you come across like this little box of keepsakes and you're like, oh, look at that and look at this, she's like, don't touch those till the very end. And I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. So anyway, there's another thing that she says in there where she's like, if it doesn't bring you joy and you haven't used it, right? She doesn't say this, but this is how I justify it. But she says, if it doesn't bring you joy, it wants to go to where it's going to bring someone else joy. And that like helps me so much in my anxiety of when I find something and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta keep it. I go, no, it's not bringing me joy. It wants to go where it's bringing someone else joy. And then I am able to sell it, give it away, throw it away, whatever, right? Take it to Goodwill. And so I didn't know. I have hoarder tendencies, but that's how I overcame them. And maybe you have hoarder tendencies and you don't even know it. And you can help overcome them too. This also helped me in my shopping because I want to minimize the things that I have in my life, right? So I started doing the tidying up thing. So after you touch all the things that bring you joy and you keep the things and you've discarded all the things, then you find a place for the items that you end up keeping. So now everything has a place. And if you ever buy something in the category of like say you buy clothing, you have a place for all your clothing, you put it right where those clothes are. You have a place for all your kitchenware, you put anything that you buy into that category that you've made, and now you know all the things that you have, right? Like you've seen them all, you've touched them all, you've discarded the things you don't want to keep. It's really easy and makes a lot of sense, and it's kind of like common sense, but I needed the book to help me. Um, and so, yeah, I don't know. I highly recommend that book, but also if you have hoarder tendencies like me and you're like, I'm gonna need this, and there's things I've never used ever, and I'm like, no, 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 I probably need it. No, you don't. You don't need it. Get rid of it. It's nice to have space, right? And so, yeah, it wants to go where it's bringing someone else joy.